Is your feeling a judgment in disguise? If your feeling is a judgment in disguise, it has a high chance of creating conflict or distance when you share it with others. So, how do you recognize and translate those? Both in English and in many other languages, the expression "I feel" is not always followed by an emotion. For example, "I feel like you don't really love me" is not an emotion, it's an expression of a thought, the thought that you don't really love me. Another example, "I feel ignored." It's not an emotion, it's an expression of a thought that you are ignoring me. In MVC, we call these kind of expressions pseudo feelings. And it's important to distinguish them from real or genuine feelings for two reasons. First of all, this so-called feeling is actually a thought. So when I hang on to that, I'm staying in my head. And the actual feeling that is underneath it, the emotion that resides more like in my body, still wants to be heard. And the second reason is that when I express this thought that is actually a judgment about someone else, you are ignoring me, you don't really love me, then the other person it's really likely that he will hear blame. And so I won't really be heard by the other person either. So how do you recognize pseudo feelings? They happen when I say "I feel" and it's followed by "that," "like," or "as if." For example, "I feel as if I'm living with a wall," or "I feel like a failure." Second thing to be aware of, when "I feel" is followed by the pronouns I, you, he, she, it, they, or the actual name of someone. For example, "I feel it is useless," or "I feel my boss is being manipulative," or "I feel that you are an asshole." And the third one to be aware of is when "I feel" is followed by descriptions of what we think we are. For example, "I feel inadequate as a guitar player." Again, that's not a feeling, that's a thought. The fourth one to be aware of is when "I feel" is followed by words that describe what I think that others around me are doing. And the list of these verbs is long. I feel attacked, cornered, dumped on, belittled, harassed, interrupted, rejected, smothered, unheard, unseen, and unloved. And there's a very easy way to avoid them. Just take the empathy sheet. If you don't have it, go to my website cupofempathy.com and you can just download it there for free. I will send it to you. And look at the feelings card, the feeling part of the sheet. And if you pick a feeling from that sheet, you're always picking a genuine feeling. So what you might discover, for example, is that when you say, "I feel like you don't really love me," that your actual feeling is feeling lonely. So you could say, "I feel a bit lonely." That's way more connecting than the other expression. And for example, when you say "I feel ignored," it could be that your feeling is anger or confusion or fear. It could be many things. So if you look at the card and more connect to your body, like what's underneath it, you will get the real feeling. Talking in pseudo feelings is really a habit. And if you want to practice, translating it more automatically, you can come to my masterclass in Amsterdam. If you use the code SPEEDYME, you even get a discount of 15% if you sign up within 24 hours after the release of this video. I would love to meet you there. And I'm very curious, maybe you want to write in the comments what is a pseudo feeling that you often hear from other people, or maybe that you use yourself a lot. And do you have any idea what genuine emotion could be behind it? I'm curious to hear it, so let me know underneath the video. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the YouTube channel Cup of Empathy. We almost have 500 subscribers, so I'm super happy. Please join us. And I'd love to see you again. Ciao!